Yo, what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is. Thursday night, AA Sports, straight sports, no chasing. I'm your boy, Diego Barishnikov, one half of the tag team, AA Sports. I got my main man here, the other half. Tell them who you are. What's your name, Paul?
What's good, people? This is your other half of AA Sports, All Hate, Uncle Hate, U-Dot, whatever you want to call me. Good to be here on a Thursday. What's good?
There it is. We coming to y'all people on a Thursday night. Quick show. We were just here 48 hours ago. Other than the playoffs, ain't nothing really popping off. But we can't wait a week to give y'all some content. So we here. We're gonna touch off open bar here in a second, and then we're gonna recap the Washington-Boston series, the ongoing Houston and Spurs series. Kawhi Leonard being out, big injury. The Spurs close it out tonight. The Houston extended to a 7-game. And then we'll touch on a few other things toward the end. Also, if you've been following us on Twitter, we let you know earlier in the day that we got some big announcements coming up at the end, so y'all stay tuned for that. Like I said, this is the year. If not, why not? So AA Sports got some good things happening. We want y'all to stay tuned so we can share with y'all what we got coming up. All right, let's dive right on to this open bar. Y'all know how it go. In the club, free before 10, free drinks. What's on the bar tonight?
Well, today, the homie Josh Gordon, he was denied reinstatement by the NFL. And my question to you is, I'm going to give you some options. You tell me which one did Josh do once he found out that he was not able to go back to work again today.
All right, let's roll.
Did he call the thotties? B, did he go work out? C, did he call Johnny Manziel up? Or D, did he call the thotties and Johnny?
Boy, man, he should have the thotties on deck all day anyway. He ain't got nothing else to do other than that and work out. But he
living with his manager though.
He living with the manager, which is good. So that probably means Johnny Manziel can't come nowhere near that crib if he's smart. So
they on the way to Vegas then.
I'm gonna say he worked out and then they hopped on the plane to Vegas. I'm gonna say that can work because they did this to him last time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. We'll have to fact check it, but I believe he applied for reinstatement early last go around. They denied him and they waited till closer to the season or training camp to give him a conditional reinstatement, kind of where he could practice with the team, play in preseason games, and be around the facilities. So I think they kind of made some alterations or whatever specifically for him, which is stuff they hadn't done in the past with other players, and it didn't work out. So why they didn't reinstate him this time around, I'm not sure. It's because he checked himself into rehab again last year around.
And that's a positive.
October.
That's a positive thing. But, you know, the funny thing about Josh, he's only 26. It seems like he's been doing this for years. But he's still only 26. And if you're 26, he could probably – I mean, he ain't put that many years of, work on his legs. He could probably play 8 years easily. If he can stay off the weight, easily.
And depending on what kind of shape he's staying in, I mean, you can go to the gym, lift weights, and do all that, but
yeah,
you need some football reps at some point. So He's going on, 2 years he's been out of the game? I don't think he's played since 2014.
Yeah, that's 2 years, 2 straight years.
So, yeah, he's got to get back on the field this year and, whatever way possible. I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't reinstate him. I mean, if he's passing the drug test, he's doing what he's supposed to do, meeting all the requirements, whatever you've laid out for him in order to gain reinstatement. There shouldn't be any reason why you can't go ahead and reinstate him now so that Cleveland can release him, do whatever they're going to do with him, let him come to camp, you know what I'm saying? So man can try to get his career back on the road. I mean, it seems like domestic cats that's going for domestic violence is getting back reinstated quicker than stuff like this. So we'll see.
Man, I tell you what, it's some GMs waiting, just sitting around waiting. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting around. The funny thing was, Daryl Washington got reinstated the other day.
and then immediately cut.
Right. I mean, I swear, it's like he ain't played longer than Josh.
I forgot about it.
Until it popped up the other day, he got reinstated. I totally forgot.
Yep.
But we'll see where it goes. We'll take him down there in Carolina, no problems. We'll take you, Josh Gordon.
Yeah. So good luck, Josh. Don't let this deter you. stay on the straight and narrow, keep doing what you're doing, they won't have no choice but to let you back in, man.
And if you ball, they're going to have to pay you.
Yeah. So, there you go.
And it's good money right now. Let's start on up with the Boston and Washington series, which is currently 3-2 Boston. Boston took this series has basically been home cooking is the elixir to when you lose. Go home, you win. Ain't nobody and don't they say a series don't really start until somebody went on the road?
Somebody won a road game, right?
And this ain't happened yet.
Nah, it hasn't. In each road game, well, I can't say each road game because Washington had chances to win the first 2 games in Boston.
Yep.
Boston wasn't really that competitive in Washington. And then last night it wasn't really competitive from the start.
Nah, that game was over early.
Yeah. I mean, even first quarter when they was up 15-16, I kept saying, Boston can't keep shooting this how they can't keep shooting 68, 69% from the field. If Washington just kind of stayed the course, they should be able to get back in the game. But it just never happened. They would make a little run, but then somebody would hit a timely 3 or something.
Yep.
So,
and they didn't even take a whole lot considering today's NBA, but to go 16 for 33, that's 49% from 3. And the crazy thing, it wasn't Isaiah. He didn't kill him last night. I was actually impressed with his game last night more than I was the 53-point game.
I mean, because last night,
I honestly thought he passed the ball.
Yeah, and he probably caught Washington off guard because especially coming off the last game, 4. Where he's complaining about the refs calls. I expect him to come out and try to be aggressive scoring-wise and try to get the fouls piled up. That didn't happen. Yeah. He came out looking to facilitate. What he has 9 assists. That's unheard of for him, really.
We were talking about Kyrie earlier.
Yeah.
These cats become so much more dangerous if teams are scared of them passing the ball. It's almost like you hurt yourself when they know you ain't going to throw the ball to no damn body. But now that you're throwing it, you're willing to pass, and they know you can score. How they gonna really? They can't just defend you a certain way no more. He's more dangerous when he's passing.
Right, and I was thinking about that last night. We've been talking about on and off about we don't think Boston's right there just yet to be able to overtake Cleveland.
Right.
We think they need a real point guard and Isaiah off the ball.
Right.
Now, if he can morph himself into somewhat of a point guard that's looking to pass and facilitate a little bit more first and still have the capability to score, then that could help them.
That changes the whole narrative. I'll stop shitting on them about giving him real money because, truth be told, point guards don't play hella defense anyway. It's not but a few of them that's going to play lockdown D. He going to get what he wants on offense. Right. If I'm going to pay you, I want you to be able to make everybody else at least somewhat better around you. If he's doing this, pay him. I mean, they got to pay him anyway. But I feel a whole lot better if I don't see him just coming down at 5'8", jacking the ball up every time down the court.
Right, because he can pretty much get to the paint at will.
At will.
And if he's doing that, defense is collapsing, and then you can have a Jay Crowder or Marcus Smart or Avery Bradley, who I don't think they're pure shooters. They can get streaky and hit shots, but it makes it that much easier when they can just take open shots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That was were we talking the other week about that being Avery Bradley's best game? And I'd be damn, he turned around and had another game like that.
Yeah, he's had about 4 of these games so far in the playoffs. You look at him as a defensive stopper mostly, and from time to time he can put the ball in the bucket. But last night he was hot.
Ain't he due for a payday?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
I like the game Marcus Smart played last night too. He's been leading the team in assists.
Yeah, Marcus Smart always plays a full all-around game. He may not score that many points, but he's going to board, he's going to assist, he's going to irritate a couple people on the other side, kind of get them out of their game. So that's kind of what he does. I think they had a solid. I mean, even Amir Johnson gave them 8 and 5. Those seem like a lot, but based on what he's been doing in this playoffs, that was solid. He was part of that run first quarter that kind of broke the game open defensively. Because I think Washington, it was a series. I watched Washington out of maybe about 5 possessions. 3 of them was either block layups or missed layups at the rim that immediately led to fast break points. And that's normally the area Washington wins is the fast break points, and they didn't win it last night.
Let's move on over to them. Looking at Wall's numbers, one thing looked like hurt him is Wall only had 4 assists. He ain't had a game like that. Has he had a game under 8 assists in the playoffs? I don't recall.
I don't recall either, but when I look at the team's overall number, 39% from the field, 35 out of 91, 24% three-point line, 7 for 29. There go the rest of his assists right there with all them missed shots.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, him and Bill shot. They had solid games last night. He cut down on the turnovers? They only had 2.
That was the first thing I looked at. We talked about that too.
Yeah.
He got to cut the turnovers down, and he did. But I
think the game was just out of hand at that point. It really wasn't. But so much that could be done at that point. So
I mean, they just didn't make shots. They didn't make shots. Boston made shots, and they had the energy. They had the crowd, and like you said, it's been a home cooking series, so that's how it's been. So Washington got to go back home, make sure they take care of home, and see if they can come back to Boston and pull off a Game 7 win.
Are they coming back on Sunday?
I'm gonna say yeah. Based on how this series is going, I'm gonna say yeah, because I think Washington's gonna play night and day from at home. Wall and Bill will get back to what they've been doing. Bill had a decent game, 7 for 19, but they need more than 16 out of him.
They got to have more.
They got to have at least 20, 25 out of him. Other than that, Markieff, he's got to do a little bit more for me. He got 9 points. He's been underwhelming this playoff big time for me because I thought that was going to be one of the main pieces to kind of maybe get them to the next level, especially challenge Cleveland. I'm looking at that game last night. I think Boston will be scrappy against Cleveland if they play them, but I don't think they can beat them.
Hell no. 5 games.
And not looking at Washington, they don't make me feel warm and fuzzy on the inside about how I thought that they would be the better challenge to Cleveland.
Right. First of all, if this goes 7, the winner is the Cleveland Cavaliers because they don't have to play again until Wednesday. 1. 2, watching all 5 of these games and looking at what Cleveland still has not gotten good games out of JR. Kevin Love ain't really had a good game I can recall. I mean, it's just everybody
been shooting well. Kyrie haven't been shooting well.
So if you put Kyrie up against IT, he gonna give him that war. Ain't no Crowder can't do nothing with Bron. I mean, I think they'll go 5 games with either one of these teams. Either one of them. And they're not scared to go on the road. Either one.
Nah, not at all. So
I think they're coming back Sunday.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think they're coming back. It's gonna go to 7. All right, what's the score right now? Houston is pissing the bed at home. We're gonna recap game 4? Game 5. Game 5 was Wednesday night. And if there was a team that ever pissed away a game, it was Houston the other night. Because how many different ways is San Antonio trying that game to them? I mean, they did everything they could. Where are my stats? They shot 41% from the field, 33 from 3. They did everything they could to lose that game. Kawhi got hurt, went to overtime, and they still lost that damn game.
Still lost it.
Man, I put a chart, a poll on Twitter, because in my eyes, Harden choked in that game. But what you think? You think he choked?
Who, Harden?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. He pissed the bed. He did with the turnovers, the indecisiveness on offense. I mean, because I think he ended up with 33, and I want to say he had 25 or 26 at the half.
Because he almost had a quadruple double, and it wasn't a good one.
I just noticed that 9 turnovers. So he picked up John Wall's turnovers. I see.
Actually, he went to old Harden. He been Steve Nash all year. He went back to old Harden because I swear it's like they held that ball up until like 7 seconds. He just standing out there at the top of the key, just looking.
Yeah.
And wouldn't move.
Is that they don't have anything else to go to when you start checking them threes and you don't help off them. They don't really have anything else to go to. Another thing that stands out, other than obviously 33% from the 3-point line, which is their bread and butter, they don't hit threes, they not winning. But they didn't get much from their bench last night. Gordon only had 11. Lou Will only had 6.
Lou Will's been off like the last 2 or 3 games.
So they got to have better bench play, and I think they're down a dub. They're down like 20 already first half.
At home.
So
the must-win game at home, they down a dub, man.
Down a dub. No Kawhi. No Tony.
What have you and I been saying pre-AA Sports when it was just the homies talking? No defense. You shoot all them damn threes. What happens in the playoffs?
Game shortened, rotation shortened, defenses improve. You're not getting all them open looks. If you live by the three, you will die by it. You will die by it.
And they only playing 7 players.
That too. that too. I mean, I understand shortening the rotation, but you might want to play at least 8 or 9. But do they have 8 or 9 guys that they can go to?
I mean, they could have played old boy from Louisville. They could have played Decker
and
Montez Harrell. They could have stole minutes with both of them here and there.
Especially with Nene being out. At least Harrell would get some minutes.
Exactly. Yeah. But I tell you one thing, boy. Did you ever think in the playoffs that Patrick Beverley would have a 20-point board game and shoot 6 of 10 and 5 of 7 from 3? Boy, the world coming to an end, cuz I'm telling you, the world is coming to an end. Kyrie is passing, and Patrick Beverley to learn how to shoot. The world coming to an end.
But this is gonna go down as if they can't come back and turn this thing around and they get eliminated on their home court. Like we said, no Kawhi, no Tony Parker.
Even though they're the higher seed, cuz it's like an upset to me.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, you can look at it kind of – but it's hard to say the Spurs upset somebody because you expect them to kind of be there.
You do, but it's just way more talent on that other team. Shooters, I mean, you look at their bench and the players.
I just want to say, is it overall – is it better overall talent or better overall shooters?
Yeah.
You know?
I guess you have to look at it that way. Now this Simmons kid, he's solid. He's solid.
I like him.
Went back to the way back machine, and because he dunked on them right-handed the other night. And he's 39 years old. 39. Shout out to that UNC alum Danny Green. That was his best playoff game this year. Yeah. He ain't shot this good in the playoffs. He came through in overtime for them.
Yeah, he did. But this is gonna go down as one of Mike D'Antoni, another one of his fails. Gonna be another one of his fails.
But did you see any adjustments when they went to overtime? They got blessed to go to overtime. Got blessed because you remember Patty Mills was a couple seconds off from getting that shot off that would have won the game.
Yeah.
And I saw no adjustments. This is all right, James. Go out there. I know you tired as hell. You've been handling the ball all game, but you go and you win this game for us.
That's how they play.
That's it.
You gotta have something else to go to when teams take away your bread and butter. You gotta have something else to go to fall back on. And if you don't, you dead in the water. And that's exactly what happened in Houston the whole overtime. Everybody's standing outside around the 3-point line. James Harden looking like it's supposed to be a screen coming, and he looking like, why the fuck the screen ain't coming? All right, so I'll dribble it, like you said, hold it 5 seconds left of the clock, and then jack up a 3. Or try to drive and get ripped like he did 2 or 3 times.
You know what Mike D'Antoni is? Mike D'Antoni is that PE teacher that you don't do weight training, you don't do shit. It's just open gym all day. That's it. Just hoop. That's all you do.
Just throw the ball out there and let him go.
Oh God. One other quick thing about Houston, if you notice, Patrick not Ryan Anderson. That's their backup center now. He had 5 fouls the other night. LA actually had a solid game. He actually made the boy play him. He was aggressive. Last 2 games, LA's been solid.
If you got Ryan Anderson on you, you should be aggressive.
But they weren't even really respecting LA because they weren't even switching off. He was getting little men on them left and right, and they were leaving them single coverage with hardening people on them. Last I checked, he's still 6'11". Last I checked.
Right.
But we might not have nothing to talk about with this series if this continues the way it is right now. They might be playing Golden State on Sunday.
That's what it's looking like, and that's going to be not interesting.
Nah. I'm not with that at all.
Not interesting.
And that kind of segues into a good.
No, I was going to say maybe it kind of piggybacks off this as well because you were saying the next thing is, are we looking forward to Cavs Warriors in the finals for the next 2 or 3 years? And what I want to say about this season, because everybody's talking about how Cleveland got a cakewalk. Okay, we know how that the East is there's really not any contenders in the East for them, but at the same time, who's tested Golden State?
Right.
They played Portland the first round. They played Utah. Right. They're getting ready to play either an undermanned Spurs team or a team in the Rockets if they can pull off a miracle and get it back to Game 7 and win. A team that just shoots nothing but threes.
So let's look at it this way. They play Portland that only has 2 dudes who can score. 2 little dudes who can score. That's it. They play Utah that has Gordon Hayward and a bunch of pieces with a defensive player.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Who they gonna play?
They haven't played anybody.
Right.
So Cleveland's not the only people not playing anybody. It's been a cakewalk for both of them.
You made a good point. We were talking earlier, and we were pre-gaming for this. You said, because I've been throwing it out there that we might see this matchup, Cleveland and Golden State, for the next 2, maybe 3 years. The way the Supermax is set up, with the way these teams, unless you're growing, it may be that way. But you said something earlier. You said the mid-level teams aren't as good as they once were, so it's not going to be competitive.
Right, and I wrote something down about that because I was sitting there thinking about it. And I'm gonna pose this question to you: what is hurting the league more, super teams, or the fact that these players, particularly one and dones, are not coming into the league polished? These draft picks are not being groomed, and they're not ready to play, which is making these middle of the road teams weak.
Right.
I think it's more of a detriment because I'm used to the league being balanced.
Exactly.
So you've always had the top dogs in each conference. You've always had that. That's never been. Never not been that. But Michael Jordan, even though he won 6 finals, never lost one. The Knicks gave them battles. The Pacers gave them battles. The Heat gave them a couple battles. There was teams that gave them battles. The Pistons. Same thing with the Lakers, the Celtics, the old Spurs from the 90s. I mean, it's only been a handful of teams that won titles people in the last couple of years. Think about it. There's Mike, the Bulls, the Spurs,
Lakers,
the Celtics
Detroit
snuck one in, Dallas snuck one in, and it's been Miami and then Golden State and Cleveland. Who else? Nobody. So the league ain't never really been balanced in that regard. But I think these cats coming in the league not ready to play and being D-League bound damn near as soon as they get to the league is what's hurting the middle of the pack teams.
Hey, you 100% right about that. I've been saying for years, I think it need to be 2 years in college.
Yeah,
it needs to be. Because they're handing these guys real money, and they're coming in, and they're not helping. Now, as long as we've been knowing each other, we used to talk. We can tell you who got drafted in 93, 94, 95. I cannot tell you the last 2-3 years anybody has been drafted that's been impactful. I know KP did good, but the way the league is set up now, these guys ain't going to stay there. It's almost like when you get drafted, that's your minor league for 4 years. Do you go to where you want to go? I mean, it's never going to be that way.
Nope.
The only way I see us getting around having Spurs Warriors the next 2-3 years is if cats get together and say, I'm going to leave $10, $15 million on the table. Let's go play together. That's the only way.
Right.
And they're not going to do that.
And other than that, only thing you can do is draft very, very well and groom players. It's kind of like the Spurs did.
Golden State rolled them dice, and they came out sevens. Because who knew Steph was going to turn into Steph? Clay was solid. Draymond was a second-round pick. It worked out for them.
It did.
You know, Cleveland.
Happened to work out.
Cleveland got Kyrie and Tristan, and it just so happened to get LeBron to come back. But I don't really see nobody on the verge. Nobody on the verge of challenging them like that, unless they leave money on the table. And I don't see these guys leaving money on the table.
Right. I mean, it's going to take a Chris Paul or maybe even a Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
Somebody like that, some type of point guard like that maybe go to the Spurs to link up with Kawhi and
LA.
Or God forbid I say the Clippers swapping out Blake for maybe Melo. We didn't talk about that 100,000 times.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, these draft picks, you guys have got to. I'm talking to the draft picks, right? The
right.
Draft picks coming up. You guys have got to determine what's more important. Coming out too early, yeah, you're gonna get that first contract. But if you're not playing, then therefore you're impacting your second contract. And if you haven't been productive that first contract, you're not getting the second contract, and you're going to be a Hall of Famer in the D League. Stay another year or two, polish your game, come in ready to contribute. The bag's still going to be there.
It's going to be there. It's going to be more, actually.
Yeah.
I guess the best way to put it to me is the fish ain't done. It need to be put back in the grease. It's just not done. In most cases, they just sending these cats to the league. One guy that sticks out to me this year, I don't understand why Harry Giles is coming out. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Outside of some of these cats that, you know, have, you know, family or financial issues family-wise, and they need money right now, which really 95% of them don't need it right now.
Right.
Like, you know, if your parents or somebody got, you know, cancer or some kind of, you know, some sort of life-threatening disease or something, and you can't pay for treatments, y'all don't have insurance or whatever, and you need the money for that, okay, good. But other than that, if you just been broke all your life and you just can't wait to get money in your pocket, you've been broke all your life. Be broke another year, go polish your game, and come back and the money's still going to be there. You ain't going to do nothing but fuck it off anyway, more than likely.
If Giles went back to Duke and was healthy, top 10 this year, easily.
Because I can see some potential in the boy.
Yeah.
I'm saying I can see some potential in the boy, but he going to come in now because he signed with an agent, right?
I believe he signed.
You know, Tony Bradley, if you out there, I ain't seen when you coming back yet, but I did see something today. I don't know if I forwarded it to you or not, but Chad Ford was talking about it. They had he released a roster, a 5-on-5 roster.
Yeah, I saw that. You said it.
And Tony Bradley wasn't in there. He wasn't participating. So I don't know, is he just not participating because he don't want to get exposed, or is he thinking about go ahead and coming back to school?
That's another one. Top 15 easily if he goes back to school.
He definitely needs to come back. He definitely needs to come back because NBA ain't even using big men like that no more.
No. You know, I don't even see, now that you say that, hell, I mean, he got maybe a 10, 15-foot jumper, give or take. But he's a big guy, so lumbering up and down that court, it's a different league now.
He's still weak around the rim to me.
Yeah, so he needs to come back. But yeah, it's gonna have to come down to cats leaving money on the table. Otherwise,
yeah,
people are gonna always want to go play with the Cavs and Warriors because they pass the ball. They got the best players in the league on them teams. Now the Warriors, they're gonna be a little bit different next year because they got some decisions to make. They can't pay all of them this year. They can't. You know, I think Iggy might leave. Livingston may leave.
So they probably gonna end up in the same situation they were in last year, where they couldn't pay Barnes, they couldn't keep Bogut, they couldn't keep. I think it was another key piece that they lost, if I'm not mistaken.
Space.
They couldn't keep them all. They're gonna be right back.
Too. Yeah.
They're gonna be right back in the same situation this year. Iggy, Sean Livingston, I think is up for a contract.
Yep.
He don't have to be third string. He can go play somewhere.
He can go play.
So they're gonna be right back up against it again. So
now it'd be interesting if they took less money. If Steph and KD took less, because they're making it off the court. Steph is doing his shoulder shaking, muscle milk, whatever, all them commercials. So I mean, they can afford to take less.
Them Air Christian Mingles flying off the shelves, but not really.
So I think it's gonna at least be them next year. At least it's gonna at least a fourth series.
Yeah. Now KD can opt out after this year, right?
Yeah, but he's gonna get paid this summer. He's gonna get his max, and Steph gonna get his this summer.
Yeah, I don't know. I get mad scientists sometimes. I'm like, what if they flop in the finals and he'd be like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going back to OKC.
The funny thing, people, he fucks around and is right on at least 50% of this shit. At least. I swear, people, at least 50% of the time, he finds a way to be right. So,
hey, like that Tim Bradley fight. I picked Tim Bradley over Pacquiao.
He called it. We were on the air then. I laughed his ass off the show. He finds a way. Conspiracy. Anywho, are we ready for the big announcement for the people? What you got anything left?
Nah, man. I said we don't have to drag it out. We can go and get to the announcements. Of course, people we've been telling, we tweeted out earlier today. We have some big announcements to share with y'all that, the man upstairs was blessing AA Sports with some things, with some opportunities. So we decided we'll go ahead and break the news to you guys right here tonight live.
You got images? Okay.
I got the images. Let me get straight. You gonna start it off?
Yeah, we'll start because yours is bigger than mine. So we'll start it off with me. People, this is if not, why not? You don't really need experience. So I decided to leave AA Sports. I'm resigning. And I'm taking my talent somewhere else, people.
Where are you taking them?
I applied to be the general manager of the Atlanta people. This was me at work last night. I'm working on the draft. I told the homie that I would come on and do the last show. I sent my resume in. They called me back. What was I supposed to do? That's my draft board behind me. I got all the players' names and stuff. I'm trying to make a deal. I'm trying to find somebody to take Dwight off my hands. But they called me back. They needed me quick. So I'm out. This is my last show.
Hey, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, man. That's big, man. Only thing I want is, you got to get some free agents to come here to Atlanta. We said we got to get rid of the weak links. And I just want front row season tickets right next to 2 Chainz.
You already know. I'm working on this partnership with Magic City to try to get players to come here to play. So I'm working the phones, cuz I'm doing what I got to do. I had to take my talents elsewhere. But I'm going to miss the show.
Okay. I appreciate you expanding, going on to bigger and better things. So, all right, man. Salute to you on that.
Appreciate that, big homie.
Which leads me to my announcement. Unfortunately, I as well will be here in a very short future. Probably within the next couple of weeks, we'll be moving on. There's an opportunity has come about for myself, and I'm gonna make sure I get everything right here before I put it on. Where's my stuff at? There we go. So everybody watched the draft over a couple weeks ago or whatever, and you probably only watched the first, second round or whatever. But, on day 3 in that 6th round, there was a lot of good quality picks. And guess who was one of them? Your boy. All right? Quarterback, wide receiver, tight end, linebacker / defensive end. Got drafted 6th round, 437 pick. Going to my team, the 49ers. It's a dream come true. I'm
so proud of you, cuz.
I'm speechless. I'm ready. I've met with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. I'm gonna be on the plane next week. Get down there. We're gonna get right to work. So not only am I able to play for my childhood team, but I'm also able to get out there on the NFL field, which has been a big long time dream of mine. So y'all look out for me. Buy my jersey. I don't know which what's my number gonna be yet. like I said, I play multiple positions, so I'm not sure what they're going to give me. I might try to go with like 0, 00, something like that. So
you can get minutes at wide receiver with y'all this year.
I think I can. So y'all just be on the lookout for me. And again, I appreciate the support on that. So we had
this was our segue into the last call.
There you go. We had to get in on that Bow Wow challenge. We had to get on the Bow Wow challenge and flex like everybody else. So, like you said, if not, why not? But nah, man, we ain't going on, man.
You don't need experience this shit.
Nah, you really don't. Really don't. So, nah, we ain't going nowhere. We'll be right back here again next Tuesday. AA Sports is still in the house. This is our 21st episode since the rebirth has come about. So,
we legal.
There you go. We're still tweaking it out and everything. So we appreciate all the support we've been getting. Again, Get With It Sports, Kane and Ice. Who else out there? Ezra the Idiot at Idiot Sports Talk. What's the young lady's name? I forget.
Sports Talk Tasha.
Sports Talk Tasha. Even though we haven't really met on video or whatever, but I seen him on one of Kane and Ice's shows, and we follow each other. We chopped it up a couple comments, but it's a cat out there left-handed. Shout out to everybody. So that's what it is. You got anything you want to leave the people with before we get out of here and watch Houston pack their bags to Cancun?
Nah, I'm good to go. We look forward next week to talking about the NBA lottery. We'll start into the players a little bit more once we know the positions of the teams. But I'm good. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
So you did come on here looking like Puffy from '98 tonight. Is that a leather jersey?
Got to give a dab to my quarterback. It's his birthday. That boy.
So he doing all that dabbing. Is his shoulder straight?
You know what? He claimed he got some type of sauce. Long as he good for week 1 when we kick y'all ass, that's all I care about.
Is the game in Carolina?
Nah, I think it's at your house.
I'm gonna say we need to be there.
I think it's at your house because y'all came to us last year.
That's right. Yeah, y'all beat us last year, so it's time to return the favor. Brian Hoyer gonna dig in y'all ass.
Hey,
all right.
I'll come to work. I'll take it like a man.
There you go. Hey, tell them where to find you at on social media, hey.
At Rike6000. Come check me. I talk sports. Holla at me.
There it is. You can find myself at Diego Barish. Also, link up with us on our Twitter page, the AA Sportscast Twitter page. Also, if you're on IG, check us out on the IG at the same AA Sportscast. Also, we're back on Facebook as well, so you can check out episodes there. And most importantly, don't forget, go to the YouTube channel, watch, like, hit the subscribe button,
follow,
share it with your friends. Hey, y'all know what it is. It's AA Sports, baby. Straight sports. No chaser. We'll holler at y'all next week, man. Y'all have a good, safe weekend. All the ladies out there, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.